Young people are, of course, our future, and if they don't have an open mind, we're all in trouble. Young people are the driving force in every society, always have been, always will be. Young people are the pioneers, the innovators, the rule breakers, the disruptors, and the free thinkers. What young people do is they take the best of what they've inherited from the previous generation, they discard the worst and keep the best, and that is what progress looks like. The genius of youth requires three things: energy, hope, and an inquiring mind. At the moment, universities and higher education establishments are starting to become intellectual echo chambers with a very monolithic worldview. And anyone who diverges from a prescribed orthodoxy dreamt up by a coterie of unelected academics is going to be in trouble. Shocking statistics from a report out of King's College in London, who discovered that 25% of undergraduates at King's College took the view that violence was a reasonable response to somebody whose views you didn't like. 25% thought violence was okay. Talk about intolerance. Wow. Now, what we've seen is a culture across higher education of speakers unbooked from events, teachers deprived of funding or even fired for speaking off script. Surely a new low point has to be recently when a female professor at the University of Oxford, one of the great seats of education on the planet Earth, had to have personal security because of perfectly innocuous remarks she made about female biology. She needed security. That's where we are now. Now, we're seeing government legislation being drawn up at the moment, which will enforce freedom of speech within higher education. And that's the right thing to do, because to clamp down on freedom of thought within these establishments is wrong, and it's very harmful to young people because they must be exposed to all views at all times. And young people must experience the discomfort of views that are different to their own. And the reason why is because nobody is right all of the time and nobody is wrong all of the time. For thousands of years, human society has been a glorious battleground of ideas, of enlightened debate in which we achieve progress. Universities and colleges must not begin to gerrymander the views of young people who go to university to learn. We've got to cancel the cancel culture and stop brainwashing our youngsters at taxpayers' expense. Freedom of speech and, most importantly, freedom of thought are fundamental human rights. We have gone to war over freedom, battling ideological regimes who are burning books and dictating to their people what to think. And that is not a country I recognise here in the UK. So young people must go to university and college and have the opportunity to open their ears, to open their minds, and to open their hearts. And if they do that, they might just learn something.